Moving right along into some international fuckery. Russia flaunts its military might in the Black Sea in response to this Ukraine BS. Let's get into this article right here. It's from The Sun. Ready to strike, Russia fires cruise missiles in Black Sea and moves dozens of fighter jets to border as Putin strangles Ukraine. So it says, I don't know, strangles Ukraine. And comes as a new satellite image showing Russia expanding military lineup near Ukraine with Su-30 fighters lined up on a runway in Crimea, which were not there last month. Russia has an estimated 15,000 troops within striking distance of the Ukrainian border, with numbers rising by an hour as Putin puts the country in a chokehold by surrounding it with soldiers and vehicles poised for invasion. If Ukraine was doing that shit with fucking Joe Biden and Hunter Biden, their government's probably trash, and they would probably provoked Russia in some way, but I'd like to know the truth. And it's kind of hard, because we're not going to get the truth from our media, and Russia's not going to admit the truth, Ukraine's not going to, it's just, only our kids will get the truth, and they only get half-truths, like always. Putin annexed Crimea from Ukraine in 2014, and since then more than 40,000 people have died in since years. I thought they voted to want to be Russian again. That's not an annex. That's just how democracy works. A civil war between Ukrainian forces and Russia-backed separatists in the disputed Donbass region. A ceasefire is falling apart in recent months with increasing outbursts of violence that threaten to erupt into a full-scale war. So yeah, see, this is if they've been doing this for fucking a while, like they've been fighting and shit for like 7 years, and people want to be Russian and you're not letting them be Russian and they're fighting, then this is not our problem. It's not our fucking problem. Today's missile launches as Russia flexes its military muscle comes from one of Putin's newest warships, a multi-purpose patrol vessel designed to perform combat missions. I mean, that's what a military patrol ship does. Anyway, firing of Caliber cruise missile. Today's came over 20 Black Sea Fleet warships held a joint exercise with the crews of Subs. So they just shot it for no reason, just to flex. Some 50 warplanes were involved in the major exercises, with Russia portrayed as a routine generator. I mean, all this fighting is useless. It serves no fucking purpose. A military spokesman said a naval group comprises the frigates Admiral Markov and Admiral Essen missile corvettes Garavon and Viso. Like, if the Crimea and the rebels want to be fucking Russian, let them. And also missile boats, small anti-submarine warfare ships, and large amphibious assault ships held an exercise to repel a notional enemy's air attack weapons using radioelectric interference. And before you say, well, blah, 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 then that's justified. Any people can, I don't want to be America anymore. I want to be my, yes. I'm going to cut you off and just say yes. That's how fucking freedom works. If a city on the edge of West Virginia and Virginia get together and, like, we don't like West Virginia, we want to be Virginia, and they vote to be Virginia, and Virginia is willing to accept them, that's their fucking right. That's how freedom works. In addition, there 3 squadrons of Southern Military District attack aircraft held drills to attain positions for an attack. They practiced using missiles against an enemy and dodging strikes from shipborne air defense systems. So they just went out there and, like I said, they went, look at my dick. Look at my dick. Look at my dick. It's just a fucking dick measuring contest. That's all it ever is. It's just a fucking dick measuring contest. I mean, like I said, Russia's problems are not our problems. China's problems are not our problems. So China's probably everyone's problem right now because they're flexing, like, hardcore. They're not flexing like, these people want to be me, so I'm going to flex, be like, leave us alone, they voted to be me. No, they're just like, they're flexing. These people don't want to be me, but they're me anyway, fuck you. Keeping people in concentration camps and shit. But Russia is not a threat. It's just not. I mean, can it be a threat? Is it military capable of being a threat? And whatnot? Yes. But it's just not. This is not the Cold War. It ain't the 1950s. Fucking Russia isn't the face of the communists. The communists are fucking China. That's just the way it is. Some of our Marxist shitbags as well. But people just don't want to hear the truth anymore. Humans don't like change. I mean, even I'm adverse to change. It took me a while to admit, like, no matter what bad shit that I was dealt in my life, I had to stand up and deal with it. Like, I really did. I had to, like, take responsibility, even if it wasn't my fault. It was my fault. It was my responsibility to unfuck that. I can complain about the causality all I want, but if I didn't take responsibility and unfuck it, it would never get unfucked. And you just keep digging a hole and a hole and a hole, and then you have to climb out that bitch. Humans don't need to kill each other. I mean, it's something ingrained in our species. I don't know if we'll ever get away from it. But the government gets their consent to govern from the governed. And if the governed of Crimea want to be governed by Russia, that is the right of the governed of Crimea, the people of Crimea. Here in America, you guys are supposedly believing freedom. That's how freedom works. And then you herald, like, Star Trek as the fucking bastion of socialist communism that you want the world to be, even though it's not socialist communism, it's post-scarcity capitalism, but that's a whole nother argument. You fundamentally misunderstand that society. Do you know if that society seen a bunch of fucking sexist societies like the Arab society, they wouldn't intervene? In fact, that was the prime directive. There's been plenty of episodes where they've had to talk officers down from doing something to stop it because it wasn't their prerogative. It wasn't their responsibility. Like, they had no right. Those people had a right to be the way they wanted to be. That's how freedom works. That's how respect works. Now, you might not like it, but if you and it might be wrong, and morally I might agree with you in certain aspects, but it's not our rights to push that morality on the rest of the world. It's just not. And I don't care about Russia. Stop trying to make me fucking think Russia is the biggest threat in the world. Our problem right now is China. China is motherfucking flexing. It's going to take Taiwan. It's doing shitty things in Hong Kong. It's harvesting organs from people in fucking concentration camps. I don't give no fucks about Russians walking down the street with fucking Pumas and driving down the roads with fucking bears and motorcycle sidecars. I don't give a fucks about that. I care about people's organs, human beings' organs being harvested, like a marginalized minority's organs being harvested in concentration camps. That's what I care about. I'm just fucking saying.